Okay. This will be an interesting one. Okay. Right. We'll attend to the enlargement later when we get this on the glass. Actually, we're not going to darken it. Going to lighten it a bit. Actually, wondering if we're going to print this off the original, so we're just going to leave it in the middle. Going to give this a fair amount of red and the hue. I think we're just going to leave the hue in the middle for now. I don't know how this is going to turn out. All right. Okay, I wonder what else we're going to do. I'm actually thinking maybe the red's going to stay in the middle and the brightness is in the middle of copy density, so there's a lot of default settings here. So now let's see what we can do with our original. It is, bought another one of these. It's a fridge magnet and it's basically a souvenir of Sydney, Australia. It really looks very sparkly, very shiny, very Aussie. We're just going to put our Aussie magnet on the glass like so. Let's see if we're going to have to probably distort the X and the Y. Maybe. We'll soon find out. See what we can do. Feels a bit dusty, that magnet. Yuck. Ew, I hate dust. Ew. A lot of the things I photocopy are often dusty anyway. So we're just going to hit 400 and we're just going to, that's going to be for the vertical. The horizontal is going to be a lot less. So we'll probably have to make the horizontal probably about 300 and then we'll just see how we go. Let's see if this comes up a treat. Sometimes you get mixed results with metallic objects or objects with a metallic component. Certain ones work well and other ones look quite shitty. Let's hope this one looks good. See if it'll come up. Well, that looks interesting. Well, it looks like the 400% is the maximum. We're still a bit short and we didn't make it long enough. But it's an interesting result. That's come up well, but the rest of it here, the gold bits, and yes, I can feel something on the toner. That this image is not, some parts of the image are not fixed properly. They're a bit, not too bad as usual, but we're going to have to work on this. I'm going to have to make a master copy to work from. So now, we're basically going to go, I'm thinking of making it 400 both ways. I'm not sure. I'm going to make it 400 and we're just going to go and we're going to just lighten it up. It's too dark for this. Because we're making a master copy, we got to, especially for this kind of original, we've got to lighten it. Okay, so I'm thinking if that's what we have to do. I think 400 might be a bit long for the horizontal. We'll soon find out. So let's see if we can compare it with the first copy that came out of this. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's a bit too long on the horizontal but too short on the vertical. So I'm wondering if we're going to just take back some of that enlargement to make it fit a bit better. But it looks better now. You can see things more clearly, even though it doesn't look like gold. And that looks really nice. So now we're just going to tweak a few things. So we're just going to tweak the enlargement on the horizontal. The vertical we'll just keep keep it. Horizontal's got to be lessened, so we've got to make it 300 and going to make it 380. So let's see how that goes. This will be a challenging one to do, this one. This piece of Australiana. Well, that looks better. That's out. I'm just going to compare it with the first copy. This is the one that came out too big. So we're getting close to getting it up to the edge, close to the edge. So we can just see there with the new one is we've done a better job of it. So we're up to here on there. So that's our new one. So let's just get another and make another tweak of the enlargement, make it a bit smaller. Maybe we're going to make it 370. We're going 370. I hope this works. So we're going to take another 10% off the enlargement. We want to fit this one to page. So let's see how that looks. That looks better. So now we've got most of it in. I'll just show the original one, the first one we printed off. So that's the building there, and we just got it along there. It's probably good that we didn't, I'm actually thinking it's got that shine on that end, so I'm going to try and bring that shine to this end by taking off a little bit more. So this is the one we did first. That's the biggest size with the smaller size. So now we're just going to do some more reduction on this, a little bit more reduction, make it less than 370. We're going to make it 360. We're going to knock off another 5% and make it 365. And then that'll become our master copy, and then we have to play around with that. It's not going to be easy. Okay, let's get this one. Okay, that looks good. Looks like we've got some of that edge, just like with this one here, and we got it just there, almost. But we're going to have to enlarge, we're going to have to overlap. I'm wondering if we're going to make it a mirror image, or we're just going to make it a normal one. So I'm wondering if we're going to do any more tweaking. I think we can cut the tweaks for now and then use this as our master copy. So we're just going to take our magnet, which is our true original, and we're just going to put it over here. We're not going to throw it away. No way, certainly not. So we're going to just set our machine up for this. We've got to get the vertical correct as well. So this is going to be a challenge. So we're just going to put this on the glass. Okay, let's see if we can make this look good. So we're going to change it. We're going to go to 100, and the vertical's going to still need work. So the vertical's going to be, vertical is going to be 150 for the vertical and 100 for the horizontal. Then we're just going to go in here, and what else are we going to do with this silly thing? I think we're going to leave the copy density on light. I think it's going to stay there. Let's see how we go. This demo is already prolongated, very muchly. So let's see how we go. Okay, out it comes. Let's see if we've got... Oh, we made it too tall. Look at that. It looks nice, but it's too tall. We just missed lots off the bottom here. That's the original one we made. Still looks a bit more golden, which is interesting. So now I'm wondering, I'm going to go further with the reduction, or should I say a small enlargement, so it looks like 150 is way off the mark. So let's go here, and we're going to make it more like, going to go right down to 120 and see how that runs. Okay. Out it comes. See if we've improved on the size. That looks better. The word Australia is just on the edge there, so maybe make it a little bit smaller. So we're just going to put these aside. I'm just going to keep this one here for now, and we're just going to maybe take it down a bit further. We're just going to keep this first one as a reference to the size. All right, the word Australia needs to be closer inward, so we're going to go, this is not easy, we're going to make it 100 and, I'm going to make it 115. I'm going to take a fairly big nibble off it, see if this nibble pays off. Okay, this will look interesting. See if this nibble has paid off. Well, we're right on the edge of the magnet. I'm wondering if we're going to make it a bit bigger, or maybe we're just going to let it be that way. But anyway, it's pretty close. It's on the edge of the design. I'm actually thinking we're not going to make this into a mirror image job. We just thought we'd do just a slight remake on the original. I'm wondering if we're going to do a negative positive reversal, maybe. We're not going to be concerned with the borders, as you've noticed, because we're not basically, I wonder if we're going to leave that on normal. We're going to make this into something a little bit different. Negative positive, so it's going to be a little bit different. I don't know if it's going to work, if we're going to make this look good, or if we're just getting a bit too carried away here. Just going to make it a little bit warmer hue. Okay, let's see. I'm wondering if we're going to just close that, and we're going to just see how it turns out as a negative image. Oh, that squeak sounds terrible. That's another squeak. I think I heard it a couple of days ago or yesterday. There's just so many different squeaks I've identified on this damn fuck-up machine. So, yeah, a lot of squeaks. That's Konica Minolta for you. So there's our negative. That looks interesting, but we could add something more, and that is to add a colour like magenta as a background colour to balance everything up. So we're just going to make this a prolongated demo. Fuck it all. We're just going to have a bit of fun with this image. And we're just going to go on. We're going to go magenta. And hopefully that'll come up a treat, and that'll really go with it. I don't like these noises I hear on this machine. It's not exactly an old machine, and it hasn't been overworked, so if anything, it's been underworked. So let's see if the magenta balances up the other two colours. And yeah, it's not perfect. I'm wondering if we could just go a little bit further and maybe remove the background, or maybe we can just keep it like that. But now that looks really different. I think now we can pretty well call this fridge magnet prolongated demo a day. So we're just going to show off the two images that we just created. We're going to take our negative image and we're going to take our positive image. So we're just going to put them side by side. Sorry folks, I'm actually had a gut feeling I should have stopped shooting, but anyway, we got the two images here. So there's our positive, there's our negative, and we're just going to show them separately. So that's our positive one once again, and then that's our negative surreal version. I think now we can call it quits. Gotta go.